Hello, my name is Anthony Wilson. I'm the program coordinator for Mass Hire and REMAKE 4.0. REMAKE 4.0 is a revolutionary partnership between educators, employers, and the Workforce Board. It's my great pleasure to have the opportunity to engage with an amazing employer from Central Massachusetts. This is Kraig Kaijala from Wide Angle Marketing. He is the president and founder of Wide Angle Marketing, and he's given me some time today. So, Kraig, lots of employers that I engage with, they are having to go through very similar things. One of the big problems that lots of employers are facing right now is getting the right people at the right job. Can you talk about how you, the process of getting the right person or training, how do you go about building your team?
Yeah, we have a particular problem in that the work that we do is very high level. You know, there's a lot of engineering, and our quality compared to our competitors is very high. We're known nationally as a more expensive, very high quality provider. So we have three basic kind of shops that we hire people into. We have designers and graphic people. We have welders that do custom stainless steel work for kitchens and in our kiosks, micro restaurants. And we have a solid surface shop that even heats up and bends corian. So all the polishing and solid surface work is hard to do, and it takes some talent to do that. And then we have our millwork shop that's really, the woodworking, the cabinetry. Some of it's plain plastic laminate kind of work, and some of it's veneer, and some of it's real wood. So what I've been able to do is hire some fairly talented craftsmen that we call lead men, or master cabinet builders, or master welders. And those men are usually in their 40s and 50s or in their 60s. And then what we try to do is train younger men or women to be what we call kind of journeymen. So they know the trade, but they're not necessarily lead men that can do a lot of the math and the calculations or some of the harder parts of each of those types of jobs. And then we hire in new people that we kind of call them apprentice type of people. We've hired from some of the trade schools around, and it's really challenging to hire Gen Z or millennials into the business. As a matter of fact, a lot of them we have to fire them and then hire them back to get that switch to go off in their head, to learn how to work in this shop environment, how to be on time, how to be really good with their paperwork, time cards and things, and how to do that kind of quality work that you want to train them and teach them to do. So it's been really challenging. I'll tell you a funny story. I came into the shop one day and I was looking for a young man, and my foreman informed me that he had fired him. And I got a little upset because it's hard to hire young people to work in this environment. And we sat down and I said, you got to stop firing people. You have to start training them. And it was kind of a new concept to him. So he was used to, if people don't work out, just fire them and go on and get the next person. And unfortunately, sometimes it's only 1 or 2 people out of 10 that really want to be in the shop environment and learn this kind of trade. So we finally convinced our lead men and our foremen that they had to stop firing young people and they had to start training them. So we developed a training program to help our young people kind of get the culture and understand what it's like to work in a shop environment and to learn these 3 or 4 trades that we practice here.
That's awesome, and it really speaks of your values that you have. I know you have these 6 strong key values, but that training piece, when you see something wrong, you don't just leave it. You want to figure out a way to fix it or to help it, and how much more valuable are people than things. And so I'm glad that you've invested into lots of young people, and you have this clear path to become a master builder, master worker. From what was this process? It was apprentice, journeyman,
right?
And then
and master cabinet builder or master welder. A couple of stories. I went into Staples one day and I found a young man working behind the counter, and I could tell he was kind of a computer geek. I hired him. He learned Vectorworks, my designing. He learned how to do vinyl kind of signs and things. And this is probably 15 years ago, and now he's making $90,000 a year out in Las Vegas as a high-end designer. And so some of my young people go on to fill, I have a welder that I was paying probably about $22 to $24 an hour. He's in his mid-20s. He's now making $35 an hour up on the North Shore for a really high-end welding company that's welding more parts and things like that. And I'm happy for them to see them go on and move up. It's hard for them to get over the hump and start to understand what it's like to work in the industry, to make the employer happy, not to be on their phone, to really be committed to learning a trade and to move up in life.
Well, I'm glad that you have a plan in order to continue to grow and to develop your workforce. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's not about going out and finding another person, but it's about helping to train the one that you have,
right,
and to develop them.
Right.
So thank you very much, Kraig. I appreciate you, and we hope to engage with you guys in the future, and maybe we can share some good information to have you become interested in manufacturing and maybe even reach out to work at Wide Angle Marketing. Thank you very much. Bye. All right. Let's leave that one.